Hello and welcome to GraphixCALC Sign Estimator 4.0. In this tutorial we're going to show you how to customize GraphixCALC just for you and make it your own. One of the really great things about this software is that you can really pretty much edit 98% of the program. So what we mean by that is that GraphixCALC comes preloaded with lots of materials, manufacturers and so forth. So you're going to come to your materials tab, and right here where your manufacturers are, you're going to go on ahead and you're going to add. You will always add to the bottom, and if you want to delete anything, you'll delete from the left hand side. So let's say, for example, I'll tell you what I mean by that. Let's say, for instance, you don't use this product. Hit delete. Are you sure you want to delete it? And you'll say yes. And if you wanted to go ahead and delete a few of them, you would shift, hold it down, hit delete. And one of them is actually associated with the customer, so it's not going to let us do it. And there's the record. It'll only let me delete that one over there, and we're going to say no. So you can shift select when you have the program and delete the ones that you want. If you want to add something in all the tables, you will always add to the bottom later on when you open it, or if you hit F5, it will put it in alphabetical order. So let's call this manufacturer. Let me see, what do I have up here? Alright, let's call it Canon, because I don't see Canon up there. So we'll say Canon, and we'll say OK. And do you want to save it? Yes. And like I said, if you hit F5, it'll put it in alphabetical order. So let's close out of there. I'll give an example of what you're going to do with that Canon later. Miscellaneous sign elements is next. Same concept here. It's preloaded with Coroplast and different kinds of boards, edge trim, finials, grommets. If you don't use all this stuff, just hold it down, hit shift, hit delete, and say yes. I'm going to say no. If you want to add something new, come down to the bottom. Let's say we want to add, what would we go? Let's say L brackets. We'll call them L brackets 5-inch. You'll come on down here. We'll call it $25. You hit enter and you hit save. Let's hit F5. It'll put it back in alphabetical order. And there you go. We'll get rid of it. Hit to the side. Hit delete. Goodbye. Now, just a moment ago, we put in the manufacturers, right? You want to start with that. Then you'll come on over there. Let's say any of these materials, over laminates, substrates, vinyl, vinyl. Those three all have manufacturers. So we're going to open this up. And let's say, once again here, you go, gee, I don't use any of these. I'm going to delete them. But I do use manufacturer Apple. My product, whatever it is, 2 mil, etc., etc. And you'll go on ahead and you'll save them here. Right now, we're not going to save it, so we hit no. Substrate types, come in here, same thing. It's preloaded. Remove the ones you don't want, add the ones that you want. Come to your substrates. You can see the list of substrates that we have in here for you. Maybe you don't have this many substrates. Maybe you don't use that many of them. Hit delete, get rid of them, add the ones that you need. That way you don't have to go through 142. As you can see from down below here where my mouse is, there's 142 records. You will always delete here on the white boxes, and you will always add to the bottom. Later on, it will be up top, or if you hit F5. One of the things that's very important in all areas in the program, whether it's here or where your sign types are on the home page, never get rid of the star, none, star, no substrate, star, no pre-mask. They must be in there. All of those must be in there. They must have their inches. They must have a cost of 0, because in order to have 1 penny, you have to have nothing. You have to have 0 to have something, like anything else in life. So you have to keep them in there. If you remove all of them, you're going to have lots of errors. It's going to make it very difficult for you. So that was substrates. Apparel, same thing. Remove the ones that you want. Remember, don't get rid of any of the ones that say none. The reason there's no inches or feet here because these are shirts. So those are each. Go to vinyl. Same thing. As you can see, lots of information. If you don't use all those 3M products, get rid of them. Get whatever you don't want. Come to the bottom, add what you need. Transfer tape, same thing here. What this means, when you see first, second, third, fourth, this means, let's say you have 2 vinyl colors that you're going to use. Then you would select tape for 2. That means you're going to be using masking tape twice. Because you have 2 sets of vinyl, 3 colors, you're going to use 3, 4, and so forth and so on. Ink cost, come in here, add your ink, remove what you don't want. The cost per liter, what we suggest is that, let's say you have 6 cartridges, gather up the 6 cartridges, get the total amount of price, divide the liters by the price, and if cost per liter, and put that amount inside here. As far as setup, we mentioned this once before. Go in here, remove our graphic for yours, put your information inside here, and save. So that is one of the really great things about GraphixCALC, and that's one of the things that people really do love, is the fact that they really can come inside here. And here's a little bit of a quick thing for you to take a look at. When you're going to go ahead and you're going to update your price, you might want to come to reports, right? This is the really, really cool part. Come to reports, and let's say you want to check vinyl. Click on vinyl, and here's your list. Let me make this a little larger for you. And here's your list. So this way you can come in here and you can say, you can cross out all the ones maybe you don't want, and then circle the price of these and say, well, mine's not $74.50, mine is $90. And then that way you have a little bit of a cheat sheet, so that when you come back into your material section, you come back into your vinyl section, you can go right to the ones that you know you need to make a different price. So thank you very much, and we look forward to showing you some other videos.